Get your ass up. When they said your stomach is growling, it's applauding you, sis. If you're hungry, eat an apple. If you don't want an apple, you're not hungry.
Do not underestimate the power of small changes.
Like privilege as a fat person because I have more of like an hourglass shaped figure. So quickly, people are not really pro health.
Doing encouragement videos like, baby girl, it's okay. You know, at least you got out of bed. Like, since when is being skinny healthy? Like, where?
Y'all understand the mental toll of being dogpiled on by the entire internet. I don't think you understand the mental toll of being a fat person on the internet with a large audience. I don't think you guys understand what it's like to have hundreds, if not thousands of millions of people hating you. Like, I don't think you guys can like comprehend what that is like.
You going to the gym today?
Right? So you can have your opinions on whoever have your opinions of, but I need you all to like understand that the human mind is not meant to withstand the amount of hatred that can be pushed onto one single individual person now on the internet. Like, the human mind is genuinely not meant to consume that much hatred about oneself. It just really isn't. So my rule of thumb normally is when a situation is happening, before I contribute to dogpiling onto a person and saying things that have already been said, I think about, first of all, is that person in a place to be able to understand what I'm saying to them, to be able to take what I'm saying constructively, or is this going to cause more harm than good? Also, like, what is the context of what is going on? Like, what is the mental state of this person? Like, what's going on? Like, I have been attacked by ED Twitter, by Taylor Swift stans, by, anti-fat liberation people on YouTube, libs of TikTok stans. Like, I have experienced dogpiling in a way that many people have not. And I truly would not wish that experience on my worst enemy. I don't think, there are very...
Ranting on about dogpiling. I'm sorry. Shame has never left for people that are like you, that eat how they want, that dogpile on food. A lot of times people are not forgiving, as you learned the hard way, right? Now, it's wild because you have women like yourself that do the opposite. They'll try to make people feel like dieting is too much, or make people feel like being healthy is almost impossible. But all you have to do is put down the cheeseburgers, man. I remember the guy from Friday. Remember the guy that was the dope head? I got these cheeseburgers, man. That's how they act for food. It's crazy. I got these cheeseburgers.
Very few people who I think deserve to be treated in that way. I think there are very few actions that deserve that type of treatment. And I don't know. I guess maybe I have too much grace. But as someone who has firsthand experienced the toll that it can take on someone, all I'm going to say is maybe just, I don't know, be considerate of that.
Someone on Skinny Talk said, would you rather be uncomfortable in the gym for 1 to 2 hours or be uncomfortable in your bikini? Man, I got my fat up so quick because this bikini body is not, I'm not waiting on the bikini body. The bikini body is waiting on me.
I heard that.
Get your fat ass up. When they said your stomach is growling, it's applauding you, sis. If you're hungry, eat an apple. If you don't want an apple, you're not hungry.
That's a good point.
Whew.
Okay.
Now,
you ate right there. You ate.
This is an example of women holding themselves accountable. I know all of you guys heard of it before. They have skinny talk nowadays. And skinny talk, women say some crazy thing to other women.
Here's my number one tip for fat loss. If you're looking to be fit and fine this summer, let's get it. Let's go, sis. Now, mind you, summer is 73 days away. So what I'm getting ready to tell you, I want you to do for 73 days straight. When's the last time you've had a streak of doing everything you said you would do? Exactly. We're going to start today.
Accountability.
Here's my number one tip to you. And if you didn't know, I'm your sister coach, the Fit and Finest. I lost 100 pounds naturally. I've been able to maintain that weight loss over the last 8+ years. I own a women's only gym here in Houston, Texas, and I teach other women like you to do the exact same thing. And I want to give you my number one tip for fat loss this year and how you're going to keep it off forever. And most of y'all should already know what I'm about to say, but you got to get off your butt and on your feet. Now, mind you, you cannot drop fat if you are not in a caloric deficit. There's no way around it. If you're still eating more than you burn, you will either maintain or gain. But alongside a calorie deficit, my number one tip to you is to get outside and walk. Some days I walk it, some days I run it. Both days, y'all see me out here. I'm out here 7 days a week, no less than 3 miles. I typically do 3 to 6 miles intentionally throughout the day, but overall, by the end of the day, I typically have about 11 to 15 miles, right? I walk about 26,000 steps yesterday. I average about 20,000. Most days I do 20,000 or more steps every single day. And what this does, it helps me dig deeper into my deficit, hence weight loss and fat loss. And it's not high intensity, so it's not gonna make you super hungry. It's just a walk. I'm just briskly walking, right? Some days I do get on the Stepmaster and some days I do run. But I'm walking every single day. And I encourage you that if you are having a hard time dropping fat and dropping weight, start walking. Literally start walking. Now, mind you, I always tell y'all, when I first lost my first 100 pounds, I was a cardio bunny. I did cardio every single day, just as I am now, but I wasn't doing weights, right? I want you to do for 73 days straight. When's the last?
All right, now that's skinny top. Now listen to this.
I'm about to be hated for no reason because we live in a generation when you speak the truth, they're going to come for you, and listen, it is what it is. I want to talk about this skin talk going on that people are saying, oh, it's so helpful. What is it that is helpful about that?
Well, whoever she is, she's fat.
All I see, it's other women body shaming other women. Other women telling other women to go walk because they're too fat. For them to stop eating because they're too fat. All I see, it's other women, like technically, like it or not, forcing other women to be skinny. Like, since when is being skinny healthy? Like, where?
You can't make this up.
Where did you guys... Please go to Africa. Like, where do you guys find? Like, where? Like, who told you guys that in order for you to be healthy, you gotta be skinny? I don't know who needs to know this. Not everybody was meant to be skinny. Not every woman in this earth was meant to be skinny. God made everybody unique. Just because you skinny, just because you were fat and you be...
No, I gotta stop it right there. You're not even meant to be that big. You go back to your ancestors 200 years or even 100 years ago. They didn't look like you. Let me let her continue.
Became skinny, and now everybody has to go like I don't know if I'm the only one who's seeing what I'm seeing. Like, this skinny talk should not even be allowed. There's a difference when you motivating somebody and when you are bullying somebody. You're telling another beautiful woman, because losing weight, when you're in the process of losing weight, it's not easy.
Lazy.
There's a huge struggle that we don't talk about it. There's a huge struggle in there that people don't talk about it. And when you're already fighting to lose weight, like you fighting to be healthy, you fighting to have a better life, and then there's people coming on social media and bully like people like you around because you fell, because you were doing everything right, and suddenly you fell because you had a bad day, because you had a bad week, because you had a bad month. Like, you're supposed to be perfect. That skinny talk, to me, that's just a bully. It's like, I just want to say this. It's a narcissist thing they doing, because they color it so perfectly beautiful. They make it look so beautiful and then make it believe that it's good. No, it's not. Baby girl, I just want to let you know, it's okay when you are on the process of wanting to have a healthy life that you're going to fall. It's okay. You're not gonna do it. Like, when you want the change to come, things will not happen like perfectly. It's just like life.
Right. Actually, I am kind of lazy.
Life is not perfect. okay, we have our good days, we have our bad days. But just because you had a bad day, just because you had a bad week, doesn't mean you're gonna have a bad life for life. That's not how it is. So I really think that skin talk should be canceled. That's something they supposed to cancel. Because these people, this generation, they want to cancel everything, but the bad stuff, they keeping it.
This is funny because she's livid. There's so many girls. You know what's the problem? Because I can tell she's trying to lose weight. Right? I see it. Look at the anger in her face. I see it as she's paused. She's struggling. And a lot of the other ladies were struggling as well. But you know what happened? Skinny Talk held them accountable. They said, "Oh, you hungry? Your stomach is growling." I think the girl just said it. You can eat an apple. That right there is so humbling, but it's real. You're that hungry? This apple's fine. Less calories is how you do it. A calorie deficit. We saw a girl that just lost 100 pounds. She was bigger than you. She just told us. Let me let her continue.
Like, who created this? Especially there's this one black lady. Oh my God. Oh my God, that lady, like, I don't know how people repost her bullying other women.
There was no moment that I had to lose weight. I was comfortable with my body. I had a double chin. I couldn't see my toes in the shower. My back was as big as a linebacker. I was probably pre-diabetic in my 20s. I had cystic acne and chronic yeast infections. Because everything that was bad in my life, I had come up with an excuse for. So I had a double chin. But I thought double chins ran in my family. I had a big back. But it didn't seem like a big back to me. I just was like thick. I was a black woman. Black women are supposed to be thick. I had no idea that my cystic acne came from the dairy, or my yeast infections came from the sugar, or that my double chin came from Chick-fil-A. What is most in gym should you work out? You should work out the kitchen in the gym. So if I were you, I would go to the kitchen because that's my favorite gym of all time, and I would learn how to eat less. IBE. Best way to tone your legs is a Stairmaster? No, master the kitchen and eat less. That's how you tone those legs. You're not a firefighter, okay? You don't work for FDNY. You don't need to master those stairs. You need to master the kitchen. So walk to the kitchen. Pilates got you snatched? No, eating less did.
To me, it's like, why are you guys embracing that? Why are you guys allowing that? You know how hard it is to get out of your bed and then fight for you today, instead of like doing encouragement videos like, baby girl, it's okay. You know, at least you got out of bed.
It's delusional.
Girl, it's okay. You fell. Let's get up. You can do this, baby girl. Instead of telling her, oh, you need to walk because you fat.
Yes.
Oh, you need to stop eating sugar because you're fat. Like, how is this supporting? Like,
You're too focused on getting a treat. I want a treat. I want a treat. You get more treats than a dog. Might as well bark.
like, damn, this skin talk is pissing me off because I know the struggle. Because I've been like I don't want to be skinny. I refuse in the mighty name of Jesus, me being skinny. I was not born to be skinny. I'm an African queen. And listen, my body's the African map. I got my behind. Listen, I don't want to be skinny. No. I refuse to be skinny. But I'll be damn if I see another woman bullying other women. Like,
Wow.
Please. Y'all need to stop that. That skinny talk should be canceled yesterday. Or either they cancel or they need to do it properly. Encouraging women to have a better, healthy life, physically, emotionally. It's not bullying. Please. A lot of people being confusing supporting somebody and bullying somebody. It's not the same damn thing. Like, damn, I'm sorry. I said what I said it.
Shame. Come back.
You know what's funny? Oh man, her brain is so warped. There's African women that are using TikTok to get skinny as well. What are you talking about? Now, she's used to the way things used to be, right? What's happening is things are changing. And certain ladies are holding themselves accountable and holding others accountable. And it's guys using skinny talk as well. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I gotta show some results now. Because she did all her talking. Now, let's show some people putting in the work.
Lick it all.
You seen all that weight she dropped?
55 kilograms, which is 127 pounds. So
Hold up, whoa. Is that a African country flag I see? Wait, I think it is. That's Africa, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Is that Is that an African country? I think it is. I forgot which one, but I think it's an African country.
my first video, I received a lot of positive responses from that. And I'm really happy about that. But I also am realizing that a lot more people are actually struggling with just their weight management, which is really unfortunate because there's always an underlying issue with that. So for me, it was emotional eating. I was an emotional eater. I think I said it in another video, but I was an emotional eater. And so I just want to say that I know that people rush at the beginning of the year and they're like, new me, new body, new life, new that. Like we are in the second quarter of the year, and I just want to say that it's never too late to make changes to your life. And do not underestimate the power of small changes, because that's how I got the most results, is that I made small changes. And those small changes in conjunction with life changes really, 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 really went the distance with me. So integrating walks, maybe cutting out sugar. So if I was never a sugar person, but if I was a sugar person, instead of having a sugar in my like 3 sugars, I had 1 sugar, and I gradually decreased everything. And that gradual decrease
It
was
works.
the only way I was able to sustainably lose weight. So in that first video, I got 3 major questions. How much did I weigh before? Do I have loose skin? And how long did it take me? I have videos right behind me. I will move. Don't, I know. But it took me a year to lose 45 kilograms. And then it took me, I think, less than 6 months to lose the last 10. So I'm going to tell you and show you. At my biggest, I was 132, which now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds crazy, and I'm saying it to you, it sounds crazy. But yeah, it was quite something. Do I have loose skin? Is it good genetics?
132. Hold
I
on, let
can't
me stop.
really be a good judge of that because
1 second. Let me see how much that is. Any pounds is 132 kg. Whoa, she was big.
I don't have. You will be shocked when I show you what is behind me. I don't have loose skin though. I don't know. It's not genetics. I
The
really was
work.
very intentional with
The
trying not
work,
to have
yeah.
some. So
You was doing the work.
you're gonna see.
Yeah, you were doing
And
the work.
then yeah, okay, let's start. 132 kilograms, that's what I'm talking about. Do you see that stomach
I
situation?
can see it on you.
Pilates helped me with that. I don't even want to
Wow.
talk about it, but we can talk about it. It was, yeah, I don't know what was happening there. It was stress, it was weight, it was emotional eating. I look like a totally different person. We'll go back to that. Then at this point, this was maybe 100 and I can't say 19. This was 119, 116, that range. So by this time, I'd already lost like 20 kilograms. And from the distance between those 2 pictures, these 2, is probably a good 6 months, plus minus. Then from this point,
She started
we got
dropping.
maybe 4 months later, and we got to, bam, that
Wow.
girl slay.
Congratulations. She
This was
happy
actually,
too.
I was the happiest at this weight. This is
Yeah.
a good 85. I think, yeah, I was actually really happy at this weight. I don't want to lie. Everything was slay.
Yeah.
Then we get to, pow, da 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 da. It's crazy.
Wow.
Are we seeing all of this?
55? What?
Crazy. So don't underestimate the small changes.
Man. Fat people need to see skinny talk. No excuse.
Fat people get really annoyed by skinny people and the stuff they do, or is it just me? Lately, I've just been noticing a trend with skinny people that they just gatekeep fat words, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. And what I mean by that is, like, I literally saw a video of some girl trying on plus size outfits or something, and she said plus size outfits, and people were like, this isn't plus sized because she was like too fat for their liking. I'm like, I don't understand that. What else would you call it? And people are like obese, and I'm like, how weird would it be if someone was just like, these are my outfits that I'm styling as an obese person? Like, I just feel like plus size is kind of all encompassing of anyone who is larger than a straight size of clothes. Right?
really.
I don't know. I thought that was weird. I honestly see this happen a lot. Like, I think one time I made a video about how I do feel like I have more like privilege as a fat person because I have more of like an hourglass
I beg your pardon?
shaped figure. But people got so mad at me, and they were like,
I gotta stop her. So, if you go into a store, right, and say I'm plus size, they're going to say, what's your size? It's a difference between large, extra large, and triple X. You most likely can't fit a triple X. So it's not the same, right? If a person is a small, and if they're a medium, they're still small, but a medium won't fit. Let her talk.
class, as if fat people can't have a body shape. Like, there's still a structure there.
Are you sure about that?
You're aware, right? Like, I don't know, it's just so weird. It just gets to a point where you see this so often in your comment section and just various things that you just realize so quickly people are not really pro health. Like,
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
people who hate on fat people, they're not pro health, they're literally just anti-fat. I'm just so sick of them trying to hide behind the fact that they are concerned about your health, because you're not. Like, you're actually just not. Why is it your job to be concerned about a person's health and make them feel like about themselves on the internet? Like, that's so weird. That is so weird. I see a bunch of videos where fat people literally just be existing and doing like a what I eat in a day or something, and people will be like, this is glorifying obesity. I'm just like, that's not a thing. I don't know. Who do you know that was a skinny person that gained a shit ton of weight because they saw someone on the internet being fat? I'll wait. I don't know why it annoys me so much seeing people tell fat people that they can't refer to themselves as plus size. I've literally been told that before, and I'm just like, what? Why are you so offended by the word plus sized? They're like, just say fat, but then they also get mad when you say fat. They'll be like, you're not fat, you're beautiful.
Welcome to your fantasy.
So what's that? What is that?
This girl, seriously, she's confused, right? You're unhealthy. People need to go up to you and give you a hug and say, please stop it. Like, for instance, and not just anyone. I think the last lady, right, who lost over 100 pounds because she was 170 kilos and she get down to 55. She lost probably 200 pounds. Yeesh. She was huge, but yeah, she dropped it. Maybe it was around 130, but still, it's a lot of weight. A ton of weight. There's no excuse. I'm sorry. So many other women have showed it.
This social media thing is so dark. And you see with this thing, yeah. Obviously, I'm a person, yeah. When I'm angry, I cry. Obviously, I'm crying with social media, no brush. But obviously, I just found out on live, like, that apparently, like, when people write, like, meaty on TikTok, like, I'm the face of, like, ugly girls on, like, for UK TikTokers, apparently. That's what people were saying. That's why they use my face in the video. That's what I found out. I found out that the reason they use my face is because basically they were saying if they use anybody else's face for the thing, they wouldn't have got the point across. But like I said, guys, one of the pros of social media, like the hate, Bro, it's so disgusting once you hit it. Because what do you mean I'm the face of like the UK ugly girls? That's what they were saying. They were saying that's how they knew me by all of a sudden. Man, it's calm. Yeah, guys, that's what I have to say on this page.
She's really going through it. I can see it. It's wild because it's not the same as being fat though. Like
This
what she's
social media thing is so dark.
yeah, what she's going through, it's not the same as being fat. You know, she can't change. She can't change that. Like that's a situation to where it's better not to say anything, right? But when you're big like that, you can lose that.
About what it means to him to be a provider, to provide for a woman. And he's a little older, he's in his late 30s, and of course he wants to provide financially, but ultimately it's not just that. He was like, I want to make her life easier. I literally want to take away her problems, her worries, so that I can say to her, what are your dreams? What are your passions? Now I'm giving you the ability to pursue your dreams and your passions because I'm covering you financially. I'm taking away your burdens and your problems so that you can do what you want to do with your life. Like, that is what we want.
Not every man should be providing that, right? Because a lot of times, and I'm not trying to point fingers at you or blame you, but it's true. You ladies are bad with management. You don't manage your money. You don't manage the things you're doing. Like if you managed it, you probably could live your dream already. You'd be doing it. So a man shouldn't be saving the day for you. You should have already have something figured out. Like you probably should be helping him do what he needs to do to progress. Because I don't know, they think someone's supposed to be the knight in shining armor, and a lot of times you're not worth it.
Conversation between these two men, and they were talking about either you are going to make a woman feel like she has a daddy or that she has a son. It really depends. Date a man who is in his daddy energy. I was watching this Korean show and it was a great parable, and it was a conversation between these two men, and they were talking about either you are going to make a woman feel like she has a daddy or that she has a son. It really depends on you and the energy that you are bringing to her. And I loved this scene, and I wish I could have captured it for you girls. But you know, this is such a topic that needs to be really expressed and really taken apart and analyzed, okay? Because there are variations of masculine men, you know, who do the bare minimum. They'll pay for dates, they'll be a gentleman, right? That's bare essentials. But when it comes to the actual making you feel safe physically, emotionally, that is a sacred skill set, okay? And I do believe that some of it does have to do with chemistry, that some women either will bring it out of a man and some women won't. I know in my experience, I dated a lot of masculine men, nothing wrong with them per se, but there wasn't this essence of they made me feel safe and protected. Yeah, like there wasn't that emotional connection. So I do think in order for this to work, there has to be some type of emotional connection. It can't just be like superficial, we're going on dates. Like it has to be deeper, and you need to create that somehow, girlfriend, okay? Damsel in distress will only take you so far, but if you, it's depending on how you play it, honestly, because of what story you're choosing to share.
Yeah, this is getting tiring. It is. So many nowadays want to be saved. They're broke, struggling. They want to be saved. And I totally understand. Men are not there to be your knight in shining armor and to save you. Because you know what men are thinking to themselves? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That line right there is so true. You try to save him. A lot of times you've seen as a nice guy and it doesn't work. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe. Peace out. See you next video.